Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. I have this video pulled up on the screen from RT America, and I just want to talk about this 5G technology that's upon us and the dangers of this 5G technology and what we can expect moving forward. Again, the video's from RT America. As you can see, the title, it says 5G wireless, a dangerous experiment on humanity. Okay, and then they talk about, how this will have an effect health-wise on society, on the people, and why it's dangerous. And, as we all know, the so-called white man, Esau, he's not for life, So this type of information that comes out is not necessarily a surprise, but still in all, this information has to be brought out. Esau's agenda needs to continuously be exposed and broken down, especially by the men of the Lord. So I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna stop it at different points, bring out a couple scriptures, and then we'll end it. All right, here we go.
Reporting to us there from the Thames. So what's the next big thing, by the way? It's called 5G. Have you heard of it? Everybody's talking about it. Frankly, I'm not the techiest guy in the world, so I actually had to Google it this afternoon to find out more about what 5G, what is 5G? So I looked at Wikipedia, and here's what I found out that Wikipedia says. 5G, according to Wikipedia, is the latest generation of cellular communications targeting high data rates, reduced latency, energy savings, cost reductions, higher system capacity, and massive connectivity. There you go. A bunch of big words that may mean something to you, maybe not. But it does sound impressive, right? Who wouldn't want all of that? Well, some might ask, there's got to be a catch. So joining us now is our correspondent, Michelle Greenstein, with the latest on 5G. And I guess the question would be then, here's the setup, ba-dum-bum, is there a catch?
There is, just a small one. It might kill you.
Good to know.
So you'll find...
You see how sarcastic she was when she said it? He asked, is there a catch to the 5G technology and all that it can do? Because what's going to happen is as technology continues to advance, what's going to happen is it's presented to the people as, it's packaged up as something that's, it's presented through the beauty of the convenience of life that it'll provide, how it'll make life easier for everybody, and this is what you can do, and you have access to thing in the palm of your hands, and everything is digital. And in the way they package it up, it makes it more acceptable, especially in the society that we have now, because, as technology increases, as it advances, it allows people to be more lazy, It allows people to depend on the technology instead of you doing things on your own, and being self-sufficient and less dependent on these outside influences to get things done. So she was very, very sarcastic when she said, it could kill you, and they're gonna go into the effects that the technology can have.
How so?
Well, a few days ago, actually, a group of scientists, doctors, environmental organizers, and concerned citizens got together, and they called for the urgent stop to the deployment of 5G. They said that it's been proven harmful to human bodies, that this is an experiment on humanity, and that this should be called a crime under international law. Let's talk about today's technology, what we have going on today. Your phone is constantly sending electromagnetic magnetic fields in and out of each other. Whether or not you're receiving a notification right now, all of our digital tech sends this data back and forth, right, using these invisible microwave radiation signals, aka radio frequency radiation.
Right.
That's today's tech. We have every cell tower, every router constantly pulsing with radiation, whether or not you're using it. Science shows that this causes DNA damage, cancer, among other things. But don't take my word for it.
And that's just with 4G.
That's just with today's technology.
Before we get to 5G right now.
And that's important information because, first of all, she said this is an experiment on humanity and it should be a crime under international law. You know, like a crime that this type of technology can have these certain effects on the people. You know, their health, radio frequency radiation, you know, the millions of radiation waves that come from the cell phone towers, the routers, different satellites up in space, you know, all this is having an effect on the ecosystem, man. You know, and it should be a crime. And that's just with the 4G technology that we have now. You know, this is already happening with the 4G technology. Just imagine the 5G, which is a more powerful version, which is a more advanced version. You know?
You got some of it, but not that much.
Let's listen to what Dr. Sharon Goldberg has to say. She's a clinical researcher and an internal medicine physician. This is what she has to say about what we're using today.
Wireless radiation has biological effects, period. This is no longer a subject for debate when you look at PubMed and the peer-reviewed literature. These effects are seen in all life forms: plants, animals, insects, microbes. In humans, we have clear evidence of cancer now. There is no question. We have evidence of DNA damage, cardiomyopathy, which is the precursor of congestive heart failure, neuropsychiatric effects.
So if 4G is already doing some of this, and I imagine if somebody walks around all day with their phone next to their head for hours upon end, they might be doing some damage to themselves. But let's get beyond 4G.
Right.
How much more potentially dangerous will 5G be, and why?
Well, here's what's really dangerous about 5G. I mean, it's being sold to us as super awesome. You know, your toaster can talk to your door lock. It can talk to your self-driving car. Like, you have a thermostat in your home that knows when you're home. You have these smart homes. Like, it just really sold to us as being awesome. But the downside is that with this rollout, it will be impossible to exist in a city or to walk outside without being exposed. There's going to be a cell tower in front of every few houses. And this means that your personal choices, whether or not you personally use a cell phone or hold it 10 inches away from your head, that cannot escape you from your radiation exposure. So let's listen to what Dr.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy, and it goes to show the maniacal, demonic forces that control Esau, the so-called white man, because he doesn't have any regard for human life at all, you know. And this 5G technology is going to be something different. It's going to be on a different level, man. You know, I actually heard one of the other brothers speaking about this, and he said, you know, our bodies are basically going to be like microwaves, because, you know, through the chemtrails and through different forms, different foods, and through chemtrails and through different things that we ingest through breathing, we ingest these different metals into our bodies, and we breathe them in. And through this 5G technology, our bodies are basically going to be like microwaves, because those metals are going to be heated up and ignited through the technology. This is how powerful and strong the 5G technology is going to be. You know, those metals that are in our body are going to heat up, and our bodies are going to be like human microwaves, man. You're going to see people bugging out. You know, you're going to see people bugging out because their bodies are not going to be functioning in a normal capacity. You know, it's going to be affected by these waves and by these these radiation. And this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man.
David Carpenter, another public health physician and actually a signatory to this international appeal, had to say, I asked him about the safety testing that's been done with this 5G rollout.
Okay.
There's been no safety testing of 5G. The reason I think that it's dangerous is that there isn't any specific information to 5G, but we know that radio frequency radiation of 3G and 4G are associated with a whole variety of different human health effects. Everyone is going to be exposed to radio frequency radiation more continuously and at higher intensities. And that's going to cause more human disease.
So so the human disease, you got these cancerous tumors, you got brain tumors, you got damage to your DNA, as she mentioned, autism, Alzheimer's diseases. All of these are going to be what we can expect. A higher level of these diseases is what we can expect due to this technology, And again, Esau is going to package it up as like this is the greatest thing ever, but it's going to come at the expense of actual life, like literally, And ultimately, this is just leading us. This is just getting us ready for the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All these advances in technology are getting us ready for the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. That's what this is really all about. So regardless of the info that comes out, Esau is going to move forward with the technology. Okay? Because this is the age, this is the technology that's going to usher in artificial intelligence, right? Which we see, the information coming out on that. And ultimately, the microchip.
If I was your big brother or your dad, and you're being a little younger than me and probably have a little more awareness of this stuff, and I asked you,
sure.
So when you describe 5G, for those in the audience that maybe don't understand it, it's like this Alexa thing that's being sold to us. It's this thing in our homes where, as you said, our toaster's talking to our phone, and our phone is talking to...
The Internet of Things, right? So, I mean, if you go online and Google Internet of Things, it's just like utopian
everything is connected, right?
Everything, yeah. Sounds super amazing.
That's what 5G...
Let's go on the internet really quick. Internet of Things. Apostle Tahar always kind of mentions this, and he always goes into this. But when you Google Internet of Things, it explains this whole interconnectivity of devices and technology, and how it's all interconnected. So it says the Internet of Things is the extension of internet connectivity into physical devices and everyday objects, embedded with electronics, internet connectivity, and other forms of hardware such as sensors. These devices can communicate and interact with others over the internet, and they can be remotely monitored and controlled. The definition of Internet of Things has evolved due to convergence of multiple technologies, real-time analytics, machine learning, commodity sensors, embedded systems, traditional fields of embedded systems, wireless sensor networks, control systems, automations, including home and building automation, and others all contribute to enabling the Internet of Things. In the consumer market, Internet of Things technology is almost synonymous with products pertaining to the concept of a smart home, covering devices such as appliances, such as lighting fixtures, thermostats, home security systems, cameras, and other home appliances that support or one or more common ecosystems and can be controlled via devices associated with that ecosystem, such as smartphones and smart speakers. So that when you see, like, when you have Wi-Fi can connect you to the Bluetooth. It can connect your car to your speakers, to your laptop, to your TV. Everything is interconnected through the Internet of Things, through this connectivity, through this technology. But all of this is a cost to all of this. This technology, it takes these radioactive frequency radiation, these waves that are necessary in order for this technology to be possible. So your smartphone, your smart home, she mentioned, you'll have everything interconnected, man. Your alarm system, your lights, your freaking microwave, whatever thing, anything electronic, man, can be, you can speak to your microwave, you can speak to your locks, your door locks, your home security system. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to flush your toilet. You're gonna be able to tell your toilet to flush, turn on the water. All that's where this is headed. But again, it's all coming through the Internet of Things and this 5G technology.
G will eventually hope to become.
Exactly.
And you're saying it's too much. It's too omnipresent.
Well, I'm saying that there should at least
Omnipresent. It's too omnipresent. And that goes to show that Esau is trying to play the so-called white man. He's trying to play the Most High on earth. Because the only entity that is omnipresent, meaning everywhere at all times, is the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So Esau, in his mind, in his wicked ass mind, he's gonna ascend above the heights of the clouds and be like the Most High. And when you're ushering in artificial intelligence and technology that they're looking to have complete control of the people, they're basically looking to turn the people into cyborgs, man. You know what I mean? So with this technology, with it being embedded into your body, now they really have control. Now that's a different level, a different form of control. You know, they had slavery once when, you know, we were actually in chains, right? And then they moved to a different form, a psychological type of technology, you know, which we're basically under more so now. And now they're looking to advance that with this technology in the form of this artificial intelligence and this RFID microchip, because they can shut down your whole system, your nervous system, man, if you have that chip. So this is the technology. This is what we're headed. This is what we're headed for. You know, and Esau, you know, he's so wicked. He, you know, they talked about being omnipresent, man. This is Proverbs, I believe it's 15:3. Yes, Proverbs 15:3. It says, the eyes of the Lord Yahawah are in every place, beholding good and evil. Only the eyes of Yahawah are in every place. He's the only omnipresent force. You know, not through technology. So through their technology, they want to have the eye in the sky. They want to have control like the Most High has. They want to have eyes in every place through the technology, you know? And that's what makes him the devil.
at least be a public debate about the health effects. And the fact is, the government is completely not jumping on the ball. I mean, because of the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which says that no state or local government can regulate the placement of any cell towers regardless of environmental effects.
Right.
That has really laid, there it is right there, that has really laid the groundwork for this toxic infrastructure.
What is that we're looking at? I mean,
this is the Telecommunications Act of 1996.
It's long. Why am I reading it?
This basically says that regardless of health effects, you cannot stop the deployment of 5G infrastructure. And the FCC, you know, which has no health expertise itself.
So the Telecommunications Act basically say you can't stop the placement of the 5G towers. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be all out wickedness. Just imagine how bad it could get when Esau has full reign to just be wicked with his imagination with this technology. You know what I mean? So they, you know, these laws and these acts, man, you know, this is what allows Esau to just be wicked, man. They have justification through the law, through their law. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Yeah, man. Because they create these unrighteous decrees, these laws, to justify their wickedness. This is what they do. This is what we're dealing with. You know? This is why America is called the Valley of the Shadow of Death, man. That's why that's associated with Babylon, because it's just all out wickedness. You know, it's death everywhere you look. Everywhere you turn, there's nothing but death, man. It's a promotion of death through their entertainment, through the television, through the foods, through culture, through black culture, which they put up on a pedestal. You know? They put black culture on a pedestal because it promotes death, man. And everywhere you turn, there's nothing but death.
Is completely captured by the wireless industry. It's the same playbook that big oil used with climate change or big tobacco with cigarettes. You know, they're really deceiving the public and selling this to us as something that doesn't have a lot of risks. But you know who hasn't been fooled? The insurance companies. They are not selling any product liability policies that cover cell phone radiation because they aren't fooled by these studies. And look, when people like find reports.
Look, see, so technology, see, that's the thing. Insurance companies, they're getting this information. They understand the dangers of this technologies, and they're not going to insure anything that has such a high risk. You know what I'm saying? They know people are going to get fucking sick and destroyed and broken down off this technology. They're not funding any insurance plans and policies to back up this technology to you know what I mean? If you get sick because of this 5G technology, ain't gonna be no insurance to back you up. You better, hey man, this is why Esau's the devil, man. This is why he gotta go. This is why he got. It's like when it's like being a bad driver. You know, they're not gonna insure you if you have a history of bad driving. Same thing, you know. But that's it, man. I'll leave it there. I think the point has been made. The dangers of this 5G technology is upon us. You know, it's coming through the spirit of the devil, which is Esau, which is the so-called white man, and your only way to escape what's coming. Not only with this technology, but with Jacob's trouble, and with the plagues that YAHAWASHI is bringing to this earth. The only way to escape is to being a part of the elect, and you have to hope, pray, and give your diligence so that you can be a part of that number. All right. So with that, I hope you brothers were edified. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKAKODASH. Double honesty, apostles and the elders, that great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.